G'day again, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Next War Vietnam. Standard scenario, the gates of Hanoi, and we're about to go on with turn 3. A couple of things we missed last time, like I said, was we did the sea phase at the wrong time, and I also forgot to put out the PSDF markers as part of the reinforcement schedule. So I'm just going to do those now before we go on with the turn. So again, we get 3 PSDF markers for the Vietnamese. We have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got 2 MR, a 3 MR, and a 2 MR. Okay, so 3 MR is down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 3 MR into oops, sorry, bouncing stuff around. I'm going to put that into here, right there, to help with that. Okay, now 2 MR is over this away. Not a great deal I can do there. What I think I'll do is I'll chuck 1 here. Oh, sorry, can't. 1 there. Just in case these guys tried to come back around this way. And we might chuck 1. Where are we? 2 MR comes up this way. Well, in fact, we could chuck 1 there, couldn't we? Because they haven't taken that yet. So, let's do that. Like that. So, this turn, like I said, we've got the 3rd Division down here. 3rd Corps, I should say, coming on at NWV, and the idea is for them to come up, take off some of this stuff, and start to destroy the supply and so forth for these guys. We've got a swag of Marine forces over in Japan, so we're going to have to get our carrier and stuff over there. That's going to take turn upon turn upon turn to get over there, but that's fine. So first up, weather phase. Again, we're still in clear weather, so we have a -2, I believe. Sorry, dry season. Oh, it's at a 0, and yep, it's -2, so we still have clear weather. Wonderful. Right, supply phase. Let's have a look here now. All of these units here, here I should say, can trace supply back, and so can they. We have units here. This is contested at the moment, but again, I believe that they can trace supply back to there, and then they can trace it back, so that's no hassle there. Looking to the north, okay, looking at the Chinese units, again, this is contested, but they can trace supply back to here, and then they can follow it back up to China. The same with these guys. Did we take that? I thought we did. I just don't think I put a Chinese marker there, sorry. So either way, they're good to go. These guys here can trace supply back and off, so they're good. These guys can go back and off that way. These guys here can come down here, through here, and again back and off, so that's no good. Not a problem. Here's good, and here's good as well. From the Allies' point of view, this guy can trace supply back and down. This guy can't. So he's out of supply. But again, that only affects movement and attack. So let's just put that like that on him. This guy's good. Is good, is good, is good, is Don is good, yes. And down here, this guy's good. He's coming up through Laos. PSDF unit in its own city. These are out of supply. These out of supply. So we can trace back to here and then come down. So that's fine. This guy can come down. He's good. And these guys can come back and around this way. So they're good as well. From the Chinese perspective, these guys are on the beachhead. So they're actually in supply now, because it has a supply range of 0. So that's fine, to my way of thinking. These guys here, though, can't go, are still out of supply. So my question is now, have they become isolated? So let's have a quick look at that. Page 27. Isolation is not the same in game turns as being out of supply. While supply deals with units that are unable to receive adequate food and munitions for combat, isolated units represent those that are cut off from their formations and completely surrounded by enemy units, which they are. And we don't look at that until the isolation surrender stage, which is actually part of the advanced rules, I believe. Enemy Zocs occupied by friendlies do not count. Units that currently possess an emergency supply, no. MSU, no. Okay, the attack, defense, and movement ratings of isolated units are halved. At the first step of the isolation surrender phase of each turn, both players remove isolation markers that are no longer isolated. During the isolation surrender phase of each game, both players determine whether isolated units surrender by making an efficiency rating check. Right, so there's no actual step for isolation in the standard sequence. So I'm just going to use it as part of the supply phase and do it that way and say that basically these units here are out of supply. This one's only just come out of supply, so it doesn't get isolated, I don't believe, this turn. But these ones are now out of supply and isolated, so everything is halved, including defense. So let's just go, yeah, like that. They're isolated. That's my way of looking at it anyway. Righto. Initiative Air Naval Phase. So this time, determine if either player has the initiative, and neither does. The victory point difference was only 13, and the initiative victory points are 15. So this becomes a contested turn. Each player rolls on the... Yeah, okay. So now we have the air side of things. Now, it's a little bit different in this, in that in the standard game it says that adding in the others adds so many air points and everything else. So I think we'll just do it the way I did it last time and go that way. So let's have a look. We've got the Chinese first with their A's and B's. So we'll roll for the A's first. Here we go. And they roll a 6. And we're on game turn 3 now, so that's 6. They don't have any allies, so that's halved to 3. But they do pick up for having a carrier. So that's 4. But they also had 3 air points destroyed last time. Now, I'm going to take 1 air point away from the A's and 2 for the B's. So they're going to end up with 3 A's. 1, 2, 3. And now for their B's, it's a 2, which is 8 air points. So they've got 11 all told. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Let's make sure they're all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gave them too many as it was. Make sure all the A's are in there. Okay, so we got 4, 8, 1, 2, 3 is 11. There we go. And those go back into there. That can come away. So we have 11 total for the Chinese. Okay, for the Allies, for turn 3, let's put that out of the way, bring that one over. Can't see it. A 5. For turn 3, for 5 is 4 A's plus... No, our carrier is in port, so we don't get that. So it's 4 A's for the Vietnamese. And then their B's are 4 is 4 B's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the Americans for A's is 0, which is 6. And B's is a 4, which is 4. think I only gave him half last time. Oh, well, doesn't matter. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. 5 A's for the Commonwealth. And 4 B's for the Commonwealth. Righto. So, let's just do a count. We have 1, 6, 10, 11. Okay, so the difference is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 16. And 16 plus is air supremacy. Work that one out. Air supremacy for the Allies. Okay. And then we do the sea control phase, which I forgot last time, but I'm not forgetting this time. Okay, grab my cheetah sheeter. Okay, so again, what we'll do is we'll start up with the Gulf of Tonkin. It's not a storm turn. Is the inshore box occupied by naval units at both sides? No. Is the associated at-sea box controlled by either side? Yes, it's controlled by this guy. Is the inshore box controlled by the other side, not in control of the sea box? Yes. So roll for control of the she box. The sea box. Wow. I got the fumbles and the mumbles. Okay. So roll and control of the inshore box, I should say. So we have a 0. Okay. It's a -2 straight up for it being the Gulf of Tonkin area. Is there a non-allied SAG or CV present? Yes, there is. So that's -3. Sub-threat level is 2, so that's -5. ASW level is 3, so that's -2 again. And we have air supremacy by the Allies, which brings it back to 0. So this remains in Chinese control. Then we come down to the South China Sea inshore box. No naval units. The at-sea box controlled by either side? No. So we do not roll. This just stays as Chinese. And then the Spratly Islands. No naval units. The at-sea box was controlled by either side? Yes. Is the inshore box controlled? No. Is it occupied? No. Sorry, inshore box. Is it contested? Yes. So roll for control. And we have an 8. There's nothing present, so it's a -2, which gives us 6, +3 for the anti-submarine level is 9, and then another 2 is 11, so it is Allied controlled. Righto, and then back up to the sea box. And we have to roll, always roll for them. Simple as that. So, the Gulf of Tonkin sea box. Oh, we have a 9. We have a non-allied CV present, so that takes it down to 8. And then a -2 for sub-level is a 6. +3 for the ASW, we're back to 9, +2, so this remains Vietnamese control or Allied control. Into the South China Sea, a 1, nobody there, -2 for the sub threat level is -1, +3 for the ASW is +2, and plus another 2 for air supremacy is +4, and it remains contested. And then the Spratly Islands, a 9, blah, 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 and it becomes Allied. And that is the sea phase done. Okay, mine clearance we're not doing. There is no initiative movement in combat phase, so we go straight to basic movement, and the Chinese had the initiative last time, so they will go first again. So, do we want to move any of this stuff? And dun, dun, dun. So, if we move a unit into here, that would make this contested movement for the Americans trying to get across, but the Americans can come out this way and go out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So no, we need to keep the Gulf of Tonkin. That's keeping our supply route open to the beachhead and everything else. So no, I don't think I want to move anything there for the Chinese. Right, so let's look this way to start with. Okay, this has become even a harder nut to crack now. There's 9 there with 2 shifts to the left. These are halved, so that would give 3, 4. And we're going into marsh as well, which screws things around even more. Armour and mech half, so they're halved again. So basically this becomes a 1, this becomes a 3, which becomes a 2. So that's 3 there. And they're not armoured or meched, so that's 9 against 9 with 2 shifts to the left. If we're going to do that. Marsh. So it would be 1 to 1. It would be less than or equal to 1 to 3. We could bring it up to 1 to 2 with artillery. But that'd be about it at the moment. That's city. We need to keep 3 points in there. So I could maybe bring one of these other units down to support here, but he'd have to come all the way down through here. So you can go here, 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 here. But then you'd have to jump over to there. And what have I got here? Mechanized and mechanized. And mech. Infantry. Yeah, it costs 8 points just to do that. Just to jump across into there sort of thing. So that's not going to help. So I think I need to just hold here at the moment. I need to get this cleared out for a start. So there's not much sense in attacking into here at the moment, unless I bring troops around and do it that way as well. So I could bring, say, this guy or this guy. You could go 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. It's still not going to make any difference. The only thing it's going to do is give me an extra +1 for attacking with 3 hexes. The same thing, this guy could come back, that'll give me 4 hexes. That's really not going to help either too much. So we may even need to pull it out of there and go somewhere else. And maybe it's worthwhile coming around to block this guy off and try and take Thai Nguyen, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and leave these guys alone for the time being. But I think what we will do is we'll leave them there as a blocking force at the moment, because they're going to have to worry about these blokes coming up here. So let's look north then. Sorry, let's go over here. Now, these guys is what I was looking at, trying to bring them down and take out this guy or this guy. And I think this guy might be better. If we can take out the air base, then that's going to give us some extra clout. I've got to worry about this bloke coming down, though. So I probably want to try and cut him off if I can, before he gets too excited and comes up here and takes out my stuff here. So he's there for 9. Okay, let's take this guy here. He's going to go 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 to there. And this guy's going to go with him to there. And then we have the Marines here, I think both are, and this guy. So again, if we bring this guy around and go 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2 to there, and bring the Marine around 1/2, 1, 2, 3, that's going to give us a 3 hex attack. And we bring the artillery over 1/2, 1, and into there as well. And that just gives us protection for the artillery. It also cuts this road off for this bloke to come through. This guy's still holding him, so that's okay. And that's stopping him from getting to there. So I'm pretty happy with that movement. Okay, now here, I could probably bring this bloke out, but I'd have to bring somebody over. So if I brought this bloke down to here and then back up to here, he can't move into there. Now, whoops, sorry. So him to go into there is going to cost 1 to get out of him. So that's 1 plus jungle plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, So that's 4 to there. Let's put that on there. And then he comes over for 5 like that. And then this guy can come down. And go, whoops. 1.5, 2, 2.5. Or do I want to? 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5 to there. This guy here can go 1, 2, 3 to there. This guy can come down half, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy here, and what else we got here? Yeah, let's see if we can take out this guy. So this guy here can go 1, 2, and in there. This guy here can go half and into there. And this guy can come down to here like that. Now that still leaves that little bugger up there to try and take that. That's fine. We've got these purplies here. So he can come back over. So he got movement of 7. So he can go half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4. But he can't get into there because it's going to cost him 3 plus more. But he's there now, ready to go. So that's the 74th moved. The 83rd moved. The 81st moved. And that's that, which leaves us down here at the base. Now I've got this other sag here, and I'm going to move it back, and it's going to move into the Gulf of Tonkin inshore box, and the sag that was in there is going to move into South China Sea. And that way the Americans have got to go the long way around to via the Philippines at the moment, by the looks of it, get out. Otherwise, it's going to be contested sea movement. Righto. So down here now, what do we want to do with these guys? This guy can take 2 points if I want to pull out. But there's 3 points here. These guys are isolated, Marines and airborne, and we have airborne, airborne, airborne. I can't do anything for these guys. These guys' attack value maximum is 5, and going into there would be a 2 to 1 straight up. So do they cut their losses, come out and try and bring them in somewhere else? We've got a port up here, which they could come into. So we could just transfer them onto the amphib, and then the amphib could take those 2 points up that way. Or we try and hold the beachhead, but again, it's... well, there's a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance. I think we'll try and hold the beachhead for the time being. Righto, but what do we do with these guys? And I just don't see anything to do with them. They're just going to have to take their knocks. So that's that. So that's their movement. Okay, so combat. I'll work out the odds, work out what we're going to do, and then we can look at whether we're going to do any or not. I know this is dragging again. My apologies. I'm going to keep on rolling. So what I'm looking at is, at the moment, is the attack into here, which is 1-to-1, which in jungle, which becomes 1.5 to 1 using the artillery. I'm going to try and get the chopper in for support. So I've drawn 2. So this gives 1 and this gives 1 effectively. So it's a +2 to their roll, but it's -1 because they're going in against armor. Okay, so they've got a +1 to their roll for trying to get that chopper through. 7 for air supremacy is abort -1. So no, it doesn't get through. Okay. So that's that. And then I think what we'll try and do is, so at the moment we've got a 1.5 to 1 at a -1 for having 3 hex attack. I'm going to try and get some air support in there now with 2. And we have a 3 and we have a 2. Now, will they make it? So the first one, again, it's a -1 due to the armor, which is a 0, which is an abort -3. So that is gone, and they have lost 3 air points. No, 1 air point. So that's 1 air point they've lost. And an air point is air unit eliminated. So that's 2 VPs so far this turn for the Allies. Okay, and the second one, a 7 is a 6, which is an abort 1, but no losses. So therefore, he does 1. So we've got -2 now. Right. And I don't think there's anything else we can do. I could do 1 for the... No, that's it. Okay. So 1.5 to 1 at a -2. Is a 7, which is 2 attackers, 1 defender. Okay, so here's... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it was 6 to 6. I didn't matter. So he's gone. He's gone. 2 attackers, 1 defender. Who else is going to go? Him. Like that. Not real flash. Okay, so this guy up here is sitting here for 6, 12, because he's in jungle, and he's got a 1 die roll modifier. So if we attack with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 into there. 10. to 12. So that would be a into jungle is a 1 to 2, and his +1 is offset by their -1 for a 4-prong attack. If I add in artillery, we're back to a 1 to 1, which we'll do. We'll try and get the chopper in there. We don't have to overfly anyone. So we've got the chopper, 2 escorts. And we have a 2 and a 2, both halved. So we have a 4. We're only attacking infantry, so it's a +4 to the die roll. Oh, easily. So we get our -1. That's good. And we have a few aircraft left, so let's see if we can get some more support in there. So we will do our attack aircraft, and we have a 2 and we have a 3. And this is a straight up roll for the first one. It's an 8, which is an abort -1, so that's going to give us 1. So we're at -2 now. Get rid of that. And the second one is a 5, which is again an abort -1. So we've got another -2 there. So we're at -4. Right. Yep, that's it. So 1 to 1, -4. Oh, it's a -3, which is 2 and a retreat. And that is not going to happen. So he's gone. And that's a division. So that's 2 victory points for the Chinese. Okay. It's a retreat. Get rid of that. So let's move this fella 1, 2. This fella can go 1 to there. This fella can go where? He's not going to move. He can go into there. And he can go to there. No, he can't. He could only go there. He'll go into there. Like that. And that gives us a pending. In there. Right. And that's all the combat for them. So we're into the second movement, so the non-initiative or the second player. So, okay. So now we have our people here. So I could bring this guy back. What could he do there? Oops. They have 3 defense. That's all. He's got 5 attack. We could try that. So we're going to bring this guy back to there, like that. He can attack into there. He can always attack into there. I don't want to put him into there as well because that'll do that. He doesn't want to do that. Could I bring this guy around to do anything, or do I leave him there? I think I need to leave him there at the moment. I'd like to bring him up and block some of this off, but I don't want to leave this airbase open. Righto, let's bring these guys up. So we've got 1 coming straight on, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. That's 2 infantry units there. This bloke can come up the same, so he'll be there, and this guy can go 6. So that's 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6 to there. So that's got them starting to diddly bop up this way to try and cut their supply, which is what I want to do. Okay, down the bottom here we've got this 1 MR unit who's come back on. So that's why he's down in 3 MR. Excuse me. And he's going to simply come up 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 to there like that. I can't really move around, so I need to leave somebody here. So if I leave 1 unit there at the moment, so this fella can come up, so he can go 1/2, so yeah, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5. This bloke can go 1/2, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2. This guy here can go 1/2, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2, 4. No, I don't like that. He can just come over to here. Like that. And that's blocking this bloke still, which allows these 2 here to then follow up with this guy. Like that. We've got the 82nd Airborne here. I think they can stay there. Well, I think they're going to have to stay there for the time being. I could bring these 3 MR units out now to start to try and chip away at these guys. That's 8 there, though. What I may need to do is actually go 1, 2, 3 to there like that, just to sit on that air base. I think this area is okay at the moment because we now have a little bit of coverage here, and I think these 2 here are going to go 1/2 to there. No. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2, 4. So they could plonk their asses up here. And that's what we'll do. Just to hold there. Right, and then over here, we've got to get our little amphibian. And it's going to go into the Spratlys, like that. It can only go there. And our carrier is going to just stay in that C zone there. The amphib's going to make its own way around over to Japan, where we have our Marines. Right. Which leaves us with our attacks now. Okay. So let's see if we can knock out these buggers first. So they are halved in defense. So that's a whole 2 in there. And we have 6 going into there. So that's 3-1 into jungle. We're only attacking from 1 hex. We don't get anything else there. So that's 3-1. We've got no chopper support, but we're going to bring in some air. So we have 2 attackers for support, and we have a 3 and a 3. Okay, so we have air supremacy, so it's mechanized, so it's a -1. And we get a 1, -1 is 0, which is fine for the first one. Only a 0, less than -1 or less. So they're both fine. So that gives us a -6 in support. Okay, so 3-1 at -6, and there's -3, which is 3 and a retreat, and they have 1 and 2. So that's another, their brigades or regiments. So that's 4 more VP for the Allies, taking them to 6. And we've got a retreat. So this guy can move into there. And this guy can go 1. Whoops, he can't go there. He can just stay there. That's fine. Okay, and then we got these guys here. So we'd have 10 against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be a 1-1 into the open. Yeah. Okay, 1-1 in the open. They're going to get 1 support. So that's a +1. Again, we don't have any chopper support, but we're going to bring in 2 air support, and we have a 2 and a 3. We do have mechanized in there, I think. No, and no. So no, it's straight rolls. So it's straight rolls. So even if we roll a 0, they get through and there's no losses. So that's -6 +1. So we have a -5 on a 1-1. Okie dokie. here we go. Let's get rid of these. -1. -5. So that's a -1. And a -1 is 1 attacker, 2 defenders, and a retreat. 1 attacker, 1 defender, 2 defenders, and a retreat. So they want to go there, or they want to go, they can't retreat across a river. So they have to go there. They could retreat onto the amphib, except it's in... So 2 of them could retreat to the amphib. And that might be the best way to go. Sorry. Shit going everywhere. I'm going to retreat the 128th and the 130th to the amphib, and this guy will retreat to here, which means these 2 can move in and take out the beachhead as far as I'm concerned, and the beachhead is gone, which will put this guy out of supply and everything else. These guys stay here. So we've had the attack here, and we've rejoiced. Now we'll come up here, and what I want to do is an attack into here. This one to here. So they've got 2 and 1 is 3, but we're infantry, so we're not halved or anything else. So it's 5 to 3 is a 1-to-1 in jungle, with a -1 for the extra. And then we'll put some air in there. And we have a 3, and we have a 2. It is mech, so we have a -1. So for the first one, a 4, he gets through, and the second one, a 5, he gets through. So that's 5. That's a -5, takes us to -6. Both 1s are Bs. Okay, so we have 1-to-1, -6. Oh, 8 -6 is 2, which is 1 each. Now, did they do that right? Yeah, 5 to 5 to 5. Yep. So he's gone. 1-to-1. And he is reduced. So that's another 2 VP to the allies, taking them up to 8 VP. Right, and then we're going to do this attack here, which would be 1-to-1. Why not, I say? Why not? Okay, so we have 1-to-1 in the jungle. We'll put, again, some air support in there. We have a 2 and a 3. Again, it's armor, so we have -1. First one makes it, no losses. Second one makes it, no losses. So we have a -5 at 1-to-1. It's also... We've got 2 Bs. We're also going to use our helicopter support. We have mission side has S priority. Now, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to roll. We have a 4, -1, is a 3. And another -1 for overflying these units is a 2. It makes it through, so that's another -1, taking us to -6. Okay, 1 to 1 at -6. We have a 3. And a 3 is 1 each. So he gets wiped and he gets wiped. So that's 2 victory points each. So that's 10 for the Allies and 4 for the Chinese. Right. What else do we want to do here? He's still there. He's still there. That's it. So reorganization. So we can flip our chopper, our arty. Arty's good. Chopper. Get to the chopper. And everything else is good, I believe. Right. Remove air points markers. Yes, don't have to worry about that. Reset air mobile points. Don't care. Tunnel markers. No. Clearing operations. Okay, we have one here. We have one here. And we have a pending up here. So let's chuck one up there. It's a 5. So that can go. That can go there. I don't think there were any t'others. No. Okay. So let's start here. Okay, so first roll, we have a 5. It's clearing in Vietnam, so we're down to 4. Any additional? No. No. Stack got leg and armor? Oh. No. 4. Difference between ER and clearing number. Clearing number is 3. And we have a 6 is 3. Okay, so we're at we're at -1 plus 3 is +2. And difference between stacking points and minimum safe stacking. And we have 2, 4, 4A is +1 as well. So we have 5, blah, blah, da, da, and a -1. They still make it. Ugh. Okay. So this becomes Chinese. That goes away. That goes away. Righto, next one is here. It's a town. Well, yeah, so it needs a 2. Okay, so they've got -1 for being in Vietnam. ER is 6. Clearing number is 5, so they've got a +1, so they're even. And stacking points are the same, so they're even, so they need a 5 or more. They get a 7 and they clear it. So that's a town and a city. Let me just do that. The city is 2. So that's 3 for the Chinese so far, taking them to 7. Right, and then we have up here. So, okay, so we have infantry and we have mechanized, so that's good. We've got 4 for 2 and 5. Okay, so we have a -1 for Vietnam. We don't have leg and armor or mechanized because they're motorized. ER and clearing number, we have a +1, which takes us to 0. And stacking points, we have 4 to 2, so they're at a +2. And they roll a 1 + 2 and fail. Right. Okay, hex control changes we've done. Reinforcements. Okay, so let's do the PSDF first so I don't forget them. So we get 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. So we have a 1 MR, a 3 MR, and a 2 MR. Okay. So let's have a look in. Let's have a look in 1 MR first. Righto. Let's put this little fella on this airfield here. And then we've got 3 MR, which we can put in there to bolster. And we have 2 MR over this way. They've already got everything there. This is our line. Let's just put them up there, I suppose. Like that. Okay, reinforcements. There are lots and lots of reinforcements. Okay, game turn 3. The Chinese get the 71st Guards Army, and they are going to come on. Okay, so they get 2 air transport and a CVBG as well. Okay. Air transport and the CVBG. Okay, CVBG goes up into PRC holding box. And these new units go to 2001, 1007, or 1009. Okay. Let's just come over this way. 2001 is up the top here. 1007, 1009. 1007's over here. 1009's over here. And I think we're going to have to bring them in here against these guys. So they will come in 1009 into there, and their chopper will automatically go onto the airbase there. Okay, that's good. And then we have the reinforcements for the Allies. And we get the French Demi-Motorized Brigade. We get the 101st Airborne. What else are we getting here? The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Marines, and their... Okay, so we've got more Marines, so they're going to have to come over into Japan. The Demis, and we've got... They'll have to come into Vietnam. Airborne. I'll have to check, and we've got 4 Corps. And I think 4 Corps is going to come in at Dien Bien Phu as well. I think that's where they can come in. Yep, southwest edge. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to check where this airborne has to come in, but I'm pretty sure page 6. Okay, attack helicopter reinforcements in any non-storm attack. Attack helicopters arrive at any friendly airbase airfield that's not destroyed. Doesn't have anything else, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to stick them there. Excuse me. We're going to stick them in Hanoi. Because there we have a friendly airbase. And the Paras... they can come in because they're a leg. I think, hang on there. They're not Marines. Motorized, mechanized, no. So these can come in to an airfield as well. So let's just chuck them there as well. No, we'll chuck them right there. There's an airfield. Okay, now, Marine Corps, place the same manner as USAF except the... No, that's air units, dickhead. Oh no, they can go to a port on the friendly map. I'm an idiot. Ugh. Okay, so those first lot of Marines were actually in Vietnam and will come in here. And the second lot are now in Vietnam, I think. Again, could be wrong. Doesn't matter too much, maybe. Don't know. Replacement points. Okay, so everybody used their replacement points last time. So this turn 3. Turn 3. We get 3 points for the Vietnamese, and we get none for the US. They start getting them on turn 4, and the Commonwealth on turn 5. Chinese replacement points. They have 3 as well. Okay. Righto, so what do the Chinese want to do with their replacement points? We could bring that unit back. That would be handy. We've got these units. These. Now it takes 2 to bring them back, I believe. Mech, brigade or regiment is 2, yeah. Let's come up here. Yep, and we'll do this guy for 2, like that. And that leaves them 1. They can't use them down here. They can't use 1 anywhere else there. So they're going to save that 1. Okay, now for the Vietnamese, they've got 3. They don't need anything down here or here or here or there or there or there. They can't use it there. They can't use it anywhere there. There. So they could try and bring back another unit. And we have a tanky that we had destroyed. Now it would be to reconstitute an armoured is no good. Division is 4, so we can't bring that back. We might save them so we can bring back the armoured division later. So we're going to save the 3 replacement points for the Vietnamese. Okay, we've done that. There's no change to the submarine or ASW levels. Each player's VPs to their BPs to reflect their total. So we've got 10 for the Allies, taking them up to 25. And we have 7 for the Chinese, taking them up to 35. which is a change in 10. There's no automatic victory. So that is that. Okay. So, yeah, again, an hour 20 for a simple turn. The Allies are starting to push out of the southern area here. They've kicked the excuse me, the Chinese forces in the head a little bit. They're starting to bring more forces up to cut off the Chinese northwestern reserves coming through. They're holding them here at the moment. This is going to get a bit messy. It's this northern area that is getting very, very tight now, and I need to start getting some more troops up there. But that's about that. But we've got quite a few American troops coming back on again this turn and moving around. So, and the start of the French. So again, thanks very much. I know I'm making mistakes, but I don't think I've forgotten anything this time, which is the main thing. So take care, be good, and I'll see you back here for turn 4. Just so you're aware, there are no more Chinese reinforcements coming on. Just a swag of allies from now on. So we got these guys, and then all of these guys, and then up to there. So yeah. But the Chinese are now halfway to the roll for automatic victory, which is 70. So, and we're only up to turn 4 next turn. So they can still get there. That's the whole thing. Even if we've got lots of shit there and we're kicking the hell out of them, they could still get an automatic victory just by picking up bits and pieces. So we'll see what happens. Bye for now.